Hi, and welcome to the last episode on soundproofing the Unimog. This is my last day. I'm not done yet. So what I've got to do still, I've got to do that center console carpet, and I've got to do the bit in the middle where the gear levers and stuff are. So that is it. For the rest, I've got carpet in, everything's done. Just that bit, which is slightly tricky because it's I want it fitted nicely. I'm going to work out. I'll work out during the day how to do it, and then I'll show you how I've done it. And at the end, I'll explain everything. And then what I'll do is I'll take the truck for a drive, and then I'll compare the pre-sound. I'll mount the camera in exactly the same place, and then I'll compare the sound before the soundproofing and after the soundproofing. And you guys can make up your mind, and I'll tell you my opinion of the whole thing as well.
It's gorgeous.
So what I'm going to do is just take this plastic off as well. I just want to clean up underneath there as well, maybe just a little bit. Also, when I put things in, it'll just be easier.
I bought this truck to do long distance expeditions. However, we know that sound is very tiring. If you drive for hours in a truck that is very loud inside, you get tired very quickly, and it makes you lose your concentration, which is very, very dangerous.
When I was driving, this bolt fell out. Well, a similar one. And suddenly I lost steering. And luckily, it just started off. I was going really slow when this fell out, and I had no steering. I'd been driving this at 80 k's on the freeway. If that had come off at 80 k's, I don't think I'd survive. This truck would have flipped. It would. But luckily, that bolt fell out because they put the wrong bolt in when they're in the military. So that bolt fell out right in front of a truck repair shop. So I literally just got out, walked across the road and say, please, can you fix this? So the guy fixed it for me for $50 and 6 beers.
I decided to soundproof my Unimog, and as preparation I watched some YouTube videos. There are not a lot of them out there.
As you can see, it's a lovely day here. This is the second week I'm doing this. So the first week, you saw how not to do the soundproofing on the cab. So hopefully this week I'll show you how to do it the professional way, the proper way. I've given it some thought, because that was just taking too long. It's crazy way of doing it. So hopefully this one will actually be professional and quick and easy. So I'll show you how to do it. So what I've just bought some really cheap tarp from Bunnings, which are not sponsoring me, and I'm going to make a pattern for the carpet, for the whole thing, and then use that to do all the stuff. And then once you've got the pattern, then ideally it should be really, really simple.
There is a general method. First layer that you put on your truck is sticky stuff with an aluminium backing, then a thick rubber layer on top of that, and then carpet or whatever you want to put as your final layer on top of that. The materials can be very expensive, but thank you China, every expensive item in the world has now been perfectly copied and can be had for a lot less money. My first layer consists of this stuff, which I bought locally. It wasn't actually all that cheap, but it's good stuff. I started off doing the doors as a practice run, and it went fairly quickly. So based on that, I gave myself a week to do the whole job.
The most expensive air compressor in the world.
After taking everything off inside the cab, I discovered a couple of problems. Some rust, and on the driver's side I could not get the plastic cover off the thing at the bottom.
Brute force and ignorance.
Finally, I had to cut the bolt off. Using my Patreon money, I bought a thing called a riv gun to fix the bolts on this side.
Squeeze, okay, so this, oh, son of a bitch.
And thank you, Patreons, it worked really nicely. It's an amazing little tool. After getting rid of the rust and anti-rust paint, I started laying in the first layer. The idea is that you can cut and paste this stuff. You don't have to be very accurate, and you can overlay and roll. Lots of rolling, lots of muscles I didn't know I had.
I still can't believe what an idiot I was yesterday. If you look at this, this is an insane patchwork of probably 1,000 pieces here. 1,000, I mean, I don't know, hundreds of just tiny little pieces all cut out carefully and patching. Yeah, that is so stupid. Anyway, you live and learn, eh? You live and learn.
I will let you know later exactly how to do this. After I put down the first layer, I got contacted by James Lamb, who saw my videos, and he offered me his leftover soundproofing material. He gave me 2 boxes of this silver stuff, which turned out to be enough to do the whole inside of the cab again. So why not? This took another week of slog. The job of measuring, sticking and rolling became very tedious and boring.
So I've run into a problem. These are the bolts for bolting the seat down, and they're too short because of the rubber and all the other stuff I've put down. Not even the carpet, it's just the linoleum, and they're too short. They can't actually get through everything and still bolt into the floor. So I think one of them I've taken. I'll put the strap on the back to make it the seat safe, and then I'll have to drive to Bunnings and get longer bolts.
And to keep my enthusiasm going, I did lots of other little jobs in between that I will show in the next episode. So I now had 2 layers of the stick-on stuff, and on top of that I put a layer of rubber. Pro tip: if the rubber's sticky sides touch each other, it's a throwaway. You cannot unstick it. This again took forever. However, as I am a slow learner, I was starting to work out the optimum method for soundproofing a Unimog. Make a pattern. This is the secret. So here is what you should do. Remove everything from the Unimog and carefully remove the existing linoleum. Spend the extra money and buy the cheapest linoleum you can find and make perfect patterns for how you want to fit your final covering. Use these patterns to cut every layer that you are putting in. Mark everything carefully and work methodically. Pro tip: get yourself a tool belt. In the tool belt you have your marker, your scissors, your blades, everything you need to do the job. I spend days walking around looking for my stuff.
Today is the day of the carpet. I've only got this. If I stuff this up, then I have to go to Bunnings, buy another piece again. So yeah, I don't think these patterns are good. So I think, so what I'm doing is, I'm doing the driver's side first because I'm working today. So I've got to get my driver's seat back in the truck so I can drive.
If you have a perfect set of patterns, I'm sure at the end of the job you can sell it to another Unimog owner, as making the pattern is a big job. You will be able to recover some costs just through this, or just pass it on, pay it forward.
So I'm going to do the pattern for the center console, and then this whole center thing, I'm going to cut it up out of the carpet, and then I'm going to sew it together, and then I want it to just slide in, just literally just fit over in one go. That's a separate piece, and then I can just do a little bit of gluing on the edges just to hold it in place. But yeah, see if it works. Moment of truth. Did I stuff it up?
think I've done it. I think I've cracked this.
This is something I've been looking forward to doing, which is sewing up the, just doing some sewing on these carpets. So I've got a needle and I've got dental floss. So that apparently is the trick with carpets, sewing carpets. Well, this is what they do for sewing carpets for boats. And then what you do is some PVC glue. So this one's dried. Okay. You can see the white. Wish I was some blue, but that's fine. Anyway, that's what it looks like. It'll be fine, it's white speckles. Okay, let's see how this works out. So...
What do you think? I think this works. I think this is cool. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not perfect. It's not... I wanted it to be more perfect, but it is what it is. It's good enough. I will refine it and make it better over the next months. But well, for right now, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. Totally done.
Now here's the question. Was it worth it? This is what it used to sound like without the soundproofing. This is with the soundproofing.
So of course it's not going to sound like a Tesla. It's got I'm sitting on top of a big diesel, and so you've got that diesel, running right underneath you. But it is quite amazing, the difference. It's like sitting in a bus. It's the closest that I can think of. So when you sit in a bus, it's the noise of the engine is there, but it's not. It doesn't interfere. You listen to your music. It's just there, but it's a rumble. It's not this salt in your senses that it used to be. It just feels more sophisticated. I mean, it's still loud. It's by no means quiet. But I'm pretty sure I can sit in this cab for like hours and hours driving, and it's not going to affect me. But here's the big drawback. Big drawback with doing this is you start to hear all the other noises. Literally, there's a noise that just started here, there. And here's another big drawback. You put your fan on. Suddenly that's a loud noise. This fan, I'm hearing the fan, which I never heard before.
I don't know. It feels like it was worth it. The sound, it's still noisy inside the cab, but it's a different kind of a noise. It's like sitting inside a bus. It is totally manageable. It's not gonna make you tired. It's just there. I mean, you're sitting on top of a big diesel. There is no way you're getting rid of that. The other thing is it just feels nicer. It's a nicer environment. You should be able to have a decent conversation without shouting. It just makes your Unimog a much nicer place to be in. And in the end, that's what you want to do.
If you like it, please press this like button, and next to it, press that little bell, because then it reminds you when there's a new video coming out, and give me a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching my videos and for this series, which I thought was going to be one video. Suddenly it's 4 videos. Last week's video was a bit weird with the 3D. It was something I tried because I had access to the camera. I don't think it was that successful, but so this video, hope you enjoy. And see you next time. Bye.